Starting a channel on YouTube can be overwhelming, and it's hard to get a grip if you're not too sure which direction you're heading in and where to go. From my experience on YouTube, I've learned a few things that I want to share with you guys on how to start your own. I'm going to split this video up into 3 chapters: how to start, how to create content, and how to pave for growth. When you're thinking about starting up a vlogging channel, you're most likely asking yourself, where do I start? I think the most important thing you should figure out is just what you really want to do. You want to decide what type of content you'll post, who your videos are targeted towards, and most importantly, what is your purpose? Are you vlogging to document memories or to share parts of your life with others? By answering these questions, you set the foundations for your channel and the content you want to create. You don't want to film without purpose. You should always have some sort of intention or message that you want to convey through your videos. That way, there's a reason for people to watch you. In saying that, don't vlog something for the sake of generating views if you don't genuinely enjoy filming it. My word of advice is that you do what you want to do and your audience will find you on their own. Don't chase them. Just make what you're doing seem interesting to others. Once you've made up your mind on your style and what your channel will be about, it's a good idea to start planning ahead on what you'll actually post. I personally have a notes page on my phone dedicated to that. It's simply just a checklist of video ideas that I'll add on to when I'm thinking about what I could post, and of course tick off any video ideas that I do complete. This way I know I'm not going to be having a block and not have anything to post, and it gives me a sense of reassurance that I have a few videos in line waiting to start. On that note, I actually have 2 videos planned after this one, so stay tuned or check out my channel after watching this video if they've already came out. So in short, before you even post your first video, I suggest that you already envision what content your channel will revolve around and what your next few posts will look like. A good rule of thumb is just having a good 3 videos that you can get out maybe a week per post after your first one, maybe even less time. But you could even have like 3 vlogs ready to go and then post them one after the other without having to feel pressured that you have to film 3 vlogs in 3 weeks. The point of this is that anyone who does watch any of those 3 videos has other content from your channel to look into. Very rarely do you open up YouTube and just watch only one video. So give your viewers options and just put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to start. Now that you've set your foundations, it's time to start creating content. The great thing about YouTube is that there are virtually no costs to get started. Let's take a look at cameras first. Your phone camera is your best bet when you're starting up. It's a great option and can honestly even outperform some vlogging cameras on the market. I'm the type of person to overinvest into equipment as soon as I start a new hobby. When I wanted to get into streaming, I bought a laptop, a headset, a microphone, a keyboard, mouse, all of that pretty quickly just because I wanted to get started. But with vlogging, with how expensive cameras and lenses are and all these different filming equipment that you'll need, just experimenting with your phone camera first will give you a rough idea of what you need and how you can upgrade in the future. I use my iPhone 14 Pro. I think it's absolutely amazing, and you're watching it right now. The quality is great and it's perfect for my chill, laid back, slow kind of vlogs, but it's just as capable in shooting those cinematic shots that you'll see in filmmaking. A word of note before you film, please check your camera settings and adjust them accordingly with your phone's capabilities and the quality that you want. 180p is generally the standard for videos nowadays, and the FPS that you want to film in is really up to you. FPS stands for frames per second. So the higher your FPS is, the more frames shown every single second, creating a smoother, more fluid kind of shot. But I've personally filmed in 30 FPS. I like the look of 30 FPS, and the standard for cinema is 24 FPS, I believe. But most people filming these casual vlogs tend to stick to 60. Naturally, if you don't have much storage, you don't want to be filming in 4K. So take a look at how much storage you have and what your phone can actually film, and work from there. If you do run out of storage, you should offload your files onto something like a laptop or a solid state drive. I personally transfer my files to my PC to edit. Honestly, phone cameras are super easy to use, and if you're editing on your phone, it's really convenient to have everything on one device to film, edit, and post on. I think the most important thing that people wanting to vlog want to hear is that no one really cares about you filming in public. At most, people will look at you and just say in their head, oh, that person's filming, and just literally continue on with their day. Of course, be mindful in public. Don't film if it's not the right time to film, and of course, if you're not allowed to, and just really don't be annoying. But if you respect your surroundings and the people around you, no one will bother you, at least in a negative way, and you can do whatever you need to do to get the shot that you want. A good tip that I also want to give is just to film as much as you can. You need to remember that you can always cut down in post-production, but you can never film more once you're past the moment. Just having a lot of footage to work with gives you that sense of flexibility when you're editing. In that sense, I also recommend that you film clips for a minimum of 10 seconds. I see a lot of people trying to vlog who shoot quick snippets of things and then have a hard time in editing because they don't have long enough clips. As I said, you can always cut down, but you can never film more. Give yourself some leeway and shoot longer clips so your vlogs aren't restricted to being too jarring or too fast-paced, and most importantly, you have room to work with. So just film as much as you can, and the most important thing is that you enjoy what you capture. There are 3 main applications/websites that I use for my content. All are free to use/sign up for and are incredibly beginner friendly. For editing, I use CapCut. CapCut is a free editing software that I would recommend to anyone. It is super easy to navigate and beginner friendly, whilst also facilitating more advanced editing techniques like color grading and keyframes. I think it's a nice sweet spot between professional editing softwares like Adobe Premiere Pro and Final Cut Pro, and entry-level softwares like iMovie. It comes with a bunch of preset transitions, filters, text styles, as well as an entire audio library of music and sound effects that you can use. The great thing about it is that it's available on both phone and PC, and is easy to download and easy to set up. For video planning, I use Google Docs. I use Google Documents to manage all my scripts, my video titles, and video descriptions. I have one super document that has a list of each video I edit, and I pre-write their titles, their descriptions, because I need to credit the music, I need to put my hashtags, and write customized descriptions for each video. So Google Docs organizes all my administrative information nicely and allows me to pre-write everything down before they go public. Of course, you can use whatever document app you want to note down your video titles and descriptions, but I find Google Docs is really easy and nice to use, especially as someone who uses Google Drive on the daily, meaning I can access my documents from my phone or my laptop or my PC wherever I am. For thumbnails, I use Canva. I don't even own Canva Premium, and it works wonders for me. Like CapCut, I see it as the sweet spot between professional editing software like Photoshop and your entry-level software. It has a whole bunch of templates for all these different media forms, making it really versatile to use beyond just YouTube thumbnails. Again, super easy to navigate and use, with a whole bunch of text and photo editing tools, and an entire library of different elements from shapes to entire graphics that you can incorporate into your projects. I honestly recommend all 3 of these apps to beginners, and I just don't see myself needing to use any other apps in the future, just because of how straightforward yet intricate these applications are. Once you start it up, the only way to go is forward. Don't think about progress as just subscribers or views, but just also what you learn along the way. I'm still learning how to edit, which videos are working for me, and just how I want to grow my channel. There's always room for improvement. But if there's anything to growth, just like anything in life, the secret to growing on YouTube is just consistency. If you post the same kind of content on a regular basis, YouTube will figure out who to send your content to, and you'll eventually build up your own audience. The key words here are regular basis. You want to give your viewers a time to anticipate when you'll post. A weekly basis is the most common one you'll see. I post weekly, or at least try to, but as long as you're trying, that's all that matters. Videos also have some sort of expiry date, where YouTube basically stops recommending your videos as often just because they're not as new. Usually my videos plateau in views around 2 weeks after uploading them, while my more popular ones plateau in about twice the time. In that light, exposure is incredibly important, and the best way to get your videos out to people is through hashtags and keywords. A lot of people overlook tags in their descriptions, but they're absolutely essential in sending your videos to the right people. At its core, let's say you have the hashtags student, vlog, aesthetic. So for one, anyone who searches YouTube with any of those keywords, for example, aesthetic student vlog, your video will be in the pool of results. And two, users who already watch other videos that have those tags / keywords in their descriptions or titles, they may be recommended your videos because YouTube is directing them to similar content they've already watched. So now that your videos are being recommended, there's no point if people don't want to click. Think of your titles and thumbnails as the face of your video. That's the first thing your viewers see before they even click and watch it. So you want them to be encapsulating. Because my videos are in that calm, lo-fi style of vlogs that are very laid back and chill, my thumbnails and titles represent that and follow that certain style that those videos do. So if you notice, my titles start with what the video is about, might be a day in my life or something like that, and then have keywords of what I did in that video, like cleaning, cooking, or studying, so that if anyone were to search day in my life or cooking vlog, study vlog, I would be in those results. For my thumbnails, they're pretty simple and straightforward. They just are a collection of snippets from the vlog, usually around 3 photos, and just some text over it that describes what I'm doing in the video. Honestly, just find what works for you. If there's anything that sums up everything that I've said in this video, it's just to experiment. No one taught me how to start vlogging or edit, so I just tried out different things and learned along the way. If something works, just keep doing it. Your first video won't be perfect, but as you experiment with different editing styles, different content, and different titles, tags, and thumbnails, you'll learn what works and what produces results. So take these tips, just try out new things, and just put yourself out there. I want to say a huge thank you as well for 600 subscribers, and again for all the support on the channel. I'll be trying my best to post as much as I can before my next assessment block rolls over, but expect some more study vlogs to be coming up soon, as well as my birthday vlog, which I'm very excited to do. So I wish you the best of luck in your content creation journey, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.